So hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. This video is very near and dear to me because I've quit many things in my life, but social media isn't one of them. Like it's been 7 to 8 years that I've given to it, and that's the reason that I don't want to leave it. So, as a person who has experience of more than 7 to 8 years in this, I really wanted to make a video that tells you very honestly the two sides of Instagram, the two sides of content creation, the two sides of being a social media content creator who is not like too much successful in terms of numbers but has gained enough experience to talk about it. I'll be dividing this video into two sections, the toxic side of Instagram and the rewarding side of Instagram. I have made my notes so that I can quickly get into it without wasting much time. And if you're someone who is wanting to create content or who wants to be a Instagram social media creator full time, or who's just starting out and is looking for something honest out there, let me be the one to tell you that. Now, the first is validation loop. Now, since your livelihood depends on it, you give your best. You have the best camera, you have the best videographer, you have the best everything. Like you put your heart and soul into creating a piece of content, and then you upload it with lots of expectations, and then it is not received as well as you thought it would be, and it could have like million number of reasons. Right now, every single day a million accounts are being opened on Instagram every single day. So I think the major reason of that is everybody is out there trying to prove something, trying to show themselves, trying to express themselves, and there is so much crowd that your content, no matter how good you think it is in your head, just doesn't stand out. The algorithm is, of course, it's a big deal. Of course, it affects your reach so much that you are literally blinded by number of followers, number of views, number of likes, number of comments, because that's how you are being judged, based on how much you get paid, based on what your lifestyle would be, based on how much per reel would you get paid. So I understand. Validation loop is crazy when it comes to social media creation. Second is burnout. It is not maths, like you put a formula and something is right there. It is literally the creation of that formula. It requires authenticity, it requires creativity, it requires your own self, it requires you to be alive. You cannot be in survival mode and yet create content. It cannot just work that way. When I say survival mode, I mean you're hardly waking up in the morning with a smile on your face, with something like, I'm gonna own this day, or this is the best day of my life. You're not doing that. So it becomes really tough to be authentic on social media, to create something which would mean something. It will become very hard, to be consistently doing that. You might just do that for 2 weeks, but the third week you're there with no results, and there will be a burnout, which is very tough. Third, comparison spiral. I think this is the worst. Because when you're in corporate, right, or any kind of job which is not social, you do not see other person's work like on your face. You do not see their work on your face. You don't see everything that's been happening. Like most of the things are happening behind your back. You might feel bad about it. But when it comes to social media, especially when you're doing it full time, you can see people who were like they were at just 50k. And now they are at 180k, and you're like, what just happened? Like in 1 month, how this person grew from this to this? What different did she do? What difference was it that like made all of it? Sometimes it's their friends, that they got into a friend group who were already at a 300k. Most of the times it's that, as I have seen, and as you can see me talking about it, the comparison, I am in that comparison loop. Every time I see someone grow in 1 month that I've been trying to grow since like 7-8 years, it gets you mad, and it's very tough to come into your senses, into your beliefs, and to actually work again. Fourth, performative growth or performative healing. What I mean by that, so of course your life cannot always be positive, you cannot always be happy, you cannot always be healed. There will always be things coming up. This is something you have to heal from again. And that performative thing, you will have to perform. For how long can you perform? You cannot perform being happy, being positive for indefinite amount of time. There will be an expiration date to it. Then it is lack of presence. When I say lack of presence, I mean sometimes, so I think it's very subjective. Sometimes you really like it, sometimes you don't. But since we're talking about the toxic side of it, I will talk about how you are mostly not present in most of the things, even though you are. So, suppose if you go on a trip and there's this beautiful sunset happening, and the number one thing you will think about is, just capture it, and I have to post it on my Instagram. And that's like really amazing as well, because that's your bread and butter. You would do it. I highly respect people who are able to do it. I myself try to become that, because if this is your bread and butter, then you are being truthful to it. But again, making social media bread and butter is toxic, because your presence matters everywhere. You're present everywhere, but you're not present anywhere. And that makes a whole lot of difference in who you are. And you have to spend a lot of time on self-introspection every now and then to really come back to yourself. So I feel we have to do that extra amount of hard work to do that. Last one would be shallow feedback. Shallow feedback has two sides to it. You really like it, but it's not worth it. So for example, there are some videos that have done really well, and that's only because people could find something negative around it. But that worked in my favor, and my page blew up because of such videos. That happens with a lot of people. And you think you've done something great, but no. I just posted a video which had some problem in it, like some negativity in it. People pointed it out, and that's all that happened. But in my head, it's like, oh, that's great, my video is doing great. So I think that's another thing which is sad and makes you feel like when you look deep into it, it makes you feel sad about it. So I think that's all. That were my sad points, my toxic traits of being a social media content creator who is at an average right now and is trying to grow her best. So yeah, that were my 6 points when it comes to toxic side of the Instagram. Now we are coming to all the happy things and the rewarding things of being a social media content creator, and why I have not been yet been able to leave it, even though my growth has been very into a spiral and it seems to be going nowhere, but I'm still not able to leave it. Why? First, creative expression. Personally, I feel if I have internet, if I have the platform, if I have the free will, why not make a video? Why not express myself the way I want to without really giving any heed to what people are saying? And I know it's very tough, but it feels the most rewarding experience to be able to have that platform where you can just come, you can speak, and you can upload. Even if 2 people want to hear me, I'm good. So I feel that's a very, very big reward that this platform offers. If you're someone who just loves styling, I love styling, and just putting out my outfits on my stories, if I'm able to do that, and even 4 people are asking the links about it, it feels so rewarding. And for some, it may feel shallow. For some, it may feel like, what's the point? But I think to each its own, as they say. So that's very rewarding that you have a platform to express yourself creatively without having those rules about anything. So second is connection and community. The amount of friends, I would say, I have made online. I literally know you people by name. I know people who comment on my post. I know people who I talk to on my DMs. They were literally unknowns, but now I talk to them. And talking to people who get inspired by your content, talking to the people who actively listens to you, who actively get notes, they make notes of what you're saying, and they are literally putting such long DMs to you. You feel so grateful that such a community exists there. So many people exist who think like you, who are able to connect with you. So I think a big major reward of being on Instagram as a creator is your community. It's amazing how they support you, how they look after you. Even when I do not post for 2 days, there are 20 messages, people saying, where have you been? And even in real life, there are not 20 people who ask you that. So it's amazing to have that connection with the amount of people that are not physically there, but there. There is this word I really love. And this is the third most rewarding thing, which is digital dharma. So I think that, putting yourself out on the internet is like aligning your higher self with more people who can connect with you at that frequency. And it's like my digital dharma to be there, to be online, to be talking, to be sharing my experiences, to be my best self ever. So I really feel that this is my dharma and I have to stick to it. So that's the whole point why I do what I do, and it's really rewarding for me. Fourth would be empowerment. Our parents' generation did not get this chance. But if they would have gotten this chance, like we have, I feel extremely grateful to be having a platform where I have learned so many things. I've learned to speak up. I have learned to be no longer, being shy on the camera. I have learned how to operate a camera. I have learned how to, mic. I didn't have any knowledge how we can, which mic to buy, which software to edit on, and so much. Like, you have learned so much. You learn editing on the way, and everything. There, the on-the-job learning that people are always talking about in corporate. Here, the learnings are like huge. There is no limit to it. Every single video you edit, you learn something new. Every single story you make, you learn something new. And that perspective of learning, that has what kept me going all these years, I think so, because it never felt like a waste of time to me, even though I did not reach where I should have. But it really helped me. Like, when I look back, my content has improved so much, the quality has improved so much, the words I speak, they have improved so much, and I'm extremely grateful that this has happened. And this has happened only because I did not stop, and I did not stop because this has happened. So I think it's a loop again, where you're constantly learning and you feel empowered to be able to put yourself forward like that. It's amazing. Coming to the most rewarding thing of Instagram is the opportunities that I have got to collaborate with the brands. I've collaborated with big brands. One of the biggest I feel is maybe Taj Mahal Tea. I collaborated with them, and that was like really great for me. I've collaborated with so many different areas of brands like Whisper, Soch Apparels. I've collaborated with Nykaa Cosmetics, which was amazing. Even though my niche is not makeup, I still collaborated with Nykaa, which was amazing. So having to collaborate with these brands is amazing, and the opportunities you get just by being there is amazing. Other than the big brands, having to collaborate with the small businesses who are just starting out and who are like willing to work with you, willing to spend that money on you, it's amazing. The opportunities you get while you travel, you can never imagine. Like, I traveled to Himachal for 3 weeks only in collaboration. So I think that the opportunities that you get are so worth it. I traveled to Goa 5 days. I'm staying in 4 different Airbnbs. Like, it's amazing. When you get those opportunities in return to making these videos or being a content creator or investing your time in it, I feel it's all so worth it. And you feel very empowered. Like, even though like a Airbnb costs like 2,000, and even though you can afford it, but when you get it, it feels like validation for the work that you have been putting in for so many years, and you really want to do that particular stay in collaboration only to feel validated, which is amazing, because this validation does not come from people's likes but your own work. The brand sees that you can create content, that you can edit videos for them, that you can market their property in a way that they are not yet able to. So I think this is one of the best rewards. And last would be, but I think this reward comes with every kind of work you do, is inner growth. By inner growth, I mean the number of failures that you have on social media, it teaches you a lot of patience. The number of videos that go viral and you feel like, oh, I have achieved something, that teaches you to trust the universe. Like, keep putting in the work, and the thing will come to you. You don't have to be motivated all the time. You just need to follow the plan. Like, you don't have to be motivated to follow the plan. You just need to have that trust in the universe that if I'm working towards it, this is gonna happen for me. So I think these were the 6 rewards. And in both the things, I think it's up to you on what you think, because I really loved this line. I read it on internet, which said, Instagram is neither your enemy nor your savior, it's a mirror. How you see it and what it reflects depends on your intention. So I again, it depends on your intention how these cons and pros affect you in what intensity. It's all up to you. It's all up to how you use it. It's all up to how at what intensity something might affect you. And that's it. Here is where you make the decision. Here is where you are like, okay, I should do it, I should not do it. Here is what you do. I did not talk about the crazy rewards that content creators are getting, because I have not got them yet, so it felt wrong to talk about it. But if you're thinking that I have not, then everyone knows that the sky's the limit when it comes to earning through Instagram, through YouTube, through content creation in general. So sky's the limit. As a reward, sky's the limit. So this was very honest in terms of the toxic side of it and the rewarding side of it. I would just request you to make your choice smartly and just decide what works for you and go ahead. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. I hope this video was helpful to anyone who is trying to be a content creator.